welcome back. Northball Commentary. Do me a favor, take a moment, like button, subscribe button, criticism in the comment section, Twitter, Shutdown Safety is my username. I want to talk about the Veteran Combine, which is going to be seen on NFL Network tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You know, former players are former players for a reason, but I think a lot of people overlook the fact that a lot of the GMs or the coaches, the coordinators that release those players are often later released themselves and kind of puts that player in limbo. So what I like about the Veteran Combine is what it can do to lower the uncertainty and show fans and teams alike that, you know, a guy can come back after an injury or can come back after being released and still perform. You know, is this a guy that maybe saw limited action? In the action that he put on film, did it look bad to where a GM might not want to take a risk or may not think that player has the tools to play at the NFL level? So, you know, I really do see the player who got to leave the last positive impression here. A willingness to accept the current state of affairs, kind of humble himself to come out and run through this combine and get that second look is going to be a positive thing. I mean, unlike your undrafted players, you know, a veteran is a lot easier to insert and create depth or challenge for that second or third string starting spot, which I think is probably all that's on the line here. But also, from a simulation football, from a gaming perspective, I think we're also seeing now a real effect on how out of control the ratings are. You know, got a player like Michael Bush, just ran a 4.91, and while he was quoted as saying he was thankful to come out and, quote, show people he could still run a little bit, you know, after he ran that time, he was visibly upset about the performance and said, you know, quote, there you go, there goes my career. So with ratings in mind, when we're watching this combine, if you elect to watch it, you know, can we already expect to see veterans that are stronger, but also, you know, a little slower, a little less agile? The simulation side of football doesn't really do that justice. You can't do it on either side of the spectrum. You can't get that raw talent and make something really good out of them. And the veterans don't bring enough to a team where you can sign them strictly for a leadership or a locker room, a mentor presence, where they can actually contribute something to their teammates. But, you know, to get back to the reality of the combine, you know, who knows if any of these players are going to end up being signed. But to me, if they keep with this, I think the promise of extending your career is going to be enough to keep players who kind of fall through the cracks enough to stay in shape or maybe push through a rehab a little bit harder with the lure of getting that second opportunity. So while this year's might produce, you know, little success and some limited storylines, I think athletes and comeback stories are going to increase in the years to come. Love to know your guys' opinions on it before and after. Appreciate you taking time to check out this video. I'll be back in the week with more content.